Let's talk about some immigration predictions for 2024. I'm Bianca Jordan. I'm an immigration attorney at Brazen Legal, where I help immigrants apply for green cards on their own, through their families, and through their employers. I work with clients in all 50 states and abroad, and I would love to help you with your immigration journey. So, these predictions are not anything that is set in stone. It is something that I think may happen in 2024 based on my over a decade's worth of experience in immigration, as well as some trends that I've started to notice in my own cases and my colleagues' cases in 2023. The last one is such a game changer for immigration and the legal industry as a whole. So, the first change or the first prediction that I am making for 2024 is that the immigration waivers are going away. For the last few years, USCIS has been approving green cards without an interview. And oftentimes they are approving these green cards even without a request for evidence. I know that I'm seeing that a lot in my office. And a lot of my cases have been approved anywhere from 2 months to 6 months approval for a green card, no interview, no request for evidence, or anything. I predict that this is going away. I have heard through the grapevine that USCIS is actually in the process of going back to their old way of doing things, which is to have an interview for the green card stage. I've also started to see this in some of my cases where some of my cases are now being called in for an interview, where in the past, my clients have been getting their green cards approved without an interview. So, what does this mean for you, the immigrant who may be thinking about applying for a green card in 2024? It means that you really want to make sure that your application is as solid as possible and don't neglect prepping for that interview. If you are working on your own or if you are hiring someone to assist you, maybe you're hiring an attorney whose representation of you does not include interview prep. It's still really smart to chat with an immigration attorney, have that consultation, have them review your application and prep you for that interview. I have seen a bunch of people go through the process, do their application on their own, and they neglect the interview, and that's where things go wrong. And every single one of my clients, well, almost every single one of my clients this year that has hired me to help them with their green card has done so because their interview did not go well. They took for granted that everything looked perfect in their application. They didn't get a request for evidence, so they thought that everything was going to go fine at the interview, and that's actually when it went left. So do not neglect that interview. USCIS is definitely starting to go back to the old ways of having you come in for that green card interview. So you want to make sure that you are prepared in all stages of your green card application process. The next prediction that I am making is longer wait times. USCIS case processing times are always in flux. They are not reliable at all. Immigration might tell you that your case processing time is going to take, 10 months. And then you check it again in a week or so, and now it's taking 20 months. So do not go by what they say online. Please be prepared that your application, your case may take a little bit longer than is expected. So what does this mean for you, the green card holder, the TPS, applicant who may be applying for something in immigration? Number one, understand that your case is going to take some time. Calling your lawyer every 5 seconds asking for an update is not going to make your case go faster. But one thing that you absolutely should be doing when you're checking your case processing time online, and at the end of the page, when you scroll down and it tells you that you can put in the receipt date, the date that you have on your receipt notice for when USCIS accepted your case, make sure that you screenshot that, because you could be checking that today and it could tell you that your case is going to take 14 months and the soonest that you can contact USCIS about your case is, let's say, April 2025. And then you can go and check that again in like a week or so, and all the dates will be different. So every time that you check your case status online and you put in your receipt number and it tells you what date you can contact USCIS, I want you to screenshot that. I want you to, print that page, save it as a PDF, because I want you to start to develop a paper trail. In the event that your case starts to take longer than USCIS says it's supposed to, you may be in a position where you need to file what's called a writ of mandamus, which is basically a lawsuit against the federal government saying, hey, my green card case is taking too long, my citizenship case is taking too long, my immigration case, whatever it is taking too long, and it's starting to impact me, and this is not fair, this is not okay. And if you're able to have that paper trail where you can show that they keep changing the case processing times to make it longer and longer, such that it seems like your case will never be adjudicated, you can use that to your advantage if the time comes for you to file a writ of mandamus. Another prediction that I am making in 2024, based on some things that I've seen happening in my own cases and consultations that I've been having with people, is revocation of status. Basically, situations where immigration is taking or removing that status from you. So far, I have seen it happen with TPS cases. I have seen people who have had temporary protected status since 2010, and now they're going through the process of reapplying for TPS to renew or re-register their status, and they are receiving notices of intent to deny from USCIS, who has gone back in their immigration history and said, hey, wait a minute, it looks like we should have never given you the TPS in the first place. We made a mistake. We noticed that you firmly resettled in this country, or we see that you were a part of this gang and you persecuted people on account of their race, religion, or any of the other reasons that you're able to apply for asylum. And as such, you are ineligible to have TPS. And so we are revoking your TPS status. And I've been seeing that happening a lot more. USCIS has been going back into people's files, into their immigration history, to make sure that the person who got the benefit should have gotten it in the first place. So what this means for you who may be applying for a green card, applying for TPS, make sure that you know what's in your immigration history, because they are going back, and for a lot of people, it is resulting in them losing their TPS status. I've also seen this happen for applicants who are applying for citizenship. They're going back and they're saying, hey, we actually gave you this green card by accident, and so you cannot apply for citizenship, and so we're going to deny your citizenship case. Recently in the news, we saw a person who was applying to renew their passport, and the Department of State said, hey, actually, you're not a citizen anymore. You never should have allowed you to become a citizen. Go apply for a green card instead. So this is happening increasingly, and so I just want you to be aware of that. Another prediction that I am seeing also, or that I'm making for 2024, is I think that USCIS is going to be issuing more denials based on fraud and misrepresentation. And generally this happens when you have lied to immigration on an application or at an interview, or you have misrepresented yourself, or you have submitted a fraudulent document, statement, what have you. How this shows up for you, the green card applicant. Let's say you lied on your visitor's visa application. You said you were married with children when you weren't in fact married with children. And now you've applied for your green card, and they catch you in that lie. They may decide to deny your green card application. Or let's say you applied for a green card application in the past and you were married and you said on your current application that you're not. And now you're applying again, and now you want to correct the record. Immigration can deny you or ask for a waiver for your current case based on lies you told in the past. So make sure, again, that you really understand what's in your immigration history, because anything that you submit to immigration stays in your immigration file forever, and it can and will be used against you to deny you your green card, your TPS, your citizenship, anything. The last prediction that I am making for 2024 is that USCIS is going to start using or increase their usage of AI in their adjudications for green cards. Based on some of the articles and executive orders that I have read since the Trump administration and even the Biden administration, executive orders that they've made relying on, or allowing rather, government officials to use AI in certain activities, I think that AI is going to be more prevalent in USCIS adjudications. What does that mean for you, the green card holder? Or the green card applicant? It means that USCIS is going to start using AI more in deciding whether or not to give you that green card or citizenship or TPS or asylum. They're going to be able to use AI to better analyze the evidence that you are submitting to USCIS. They're going to be able to use AI to detect fraud. They're going to be able to use AI to gain more information about you. We already know that these immigration agencies are able to track you and follow you and see what you're up to based on your social media accounts and usage and activity. Using AI in this fashion is not a surprise. AI continues to take over the legal profession and other industries as well. And I think that as technology continues to advance, USCIS will continue to use this technology in its ability to adjudicate your green card, citizenship, TPS, and all your immigration cases. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. If you found this information helpful or useful, please share it with anyone you know who has an upcoming immigration case that they want to apply for, or even if their application is pending. If you're not doing so already, please be sure to subscribe to this channel. I plan on coming out with more content more regularly. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.